but Justin22 would be the man to do it out from Kansas City. Skittles, of course, hailing from Nebraska at this time, our nomad of the Midwest. He gets around.
There you go. Interesting thing about this matchup right now, outside of the Yoshi versus Young Link, Skittles is 7-0 versus Justin22 up until this point.
That is plenty of reason for some apprehension.
And I think the worst thing is that they've been mostly like 2-0s, 3-0s. So Justin's got something to prove, definitely.
Yeah, but he has been proven quite a bit over the course of this event already. In fact, getting here, he is not seeded out here. He was actually seeded outside of the top 16 going in, and he made that 3-1 over Lauf already today. Another matchup that is a huge upset, and one that's actually to the same degree of intensity as this matchup against Skittles.
Yeah, oh man, jab block right there. Justin already coming out the gate, trying to take stock early, and he does it.
That is a way to make a statement right off the bat on this matchup, showing that this one could be the one that goes differently. So getting that first stock is always going to be huge, and Youngling does struggle to kill once he starts getting into it. Another 60% on the stock already before really anything gets going for Skittles. This is exactly what Justin22 wants to see.
And he's coming off of a pretty spectacular 5th place finish at the last Code Red Grand Opening. He was able to take down Wisdom 2-0, Scar 3-0. The only people that were really able to remove Justin from the bracket were after Gabriel.
Yeah, some of these players are ones that have gone toe-to-toe very consistently with Skittles as well. Scar and himself having a bit of a rivalry going back quite some time now.
Something about it in Iowa, something Iowa.
Something on Iowa, yeah.
You're talking about a nomad.
Absolutely.
There's very few players that I can say have gone from #1 of one state to #1 of another immediately after.
Yeah, it's instantaneous there, but that just speaks to the level of play that we consistently see from Skittles. Once he's in advantage state, he's one of the most dominating players I've ever had the pleasure of watching play, but he's having such a hard time doing that against Justin22 right now. He's a player who really excels when it comes to defensive play, especially using his jumps and aerial movement.
It's this ledge trapping. Right? Justin's just able to get so much mileage off of keeping him off of the ledge, and here we go.
He's going to have to respect those upbeats, the really safe moves.
Right, and the jump from Yoshi, that's kind of pushes himself out of a lot of Youngling's early game damage building, right? Able to just like completely cancel it out. But finally, we see some life out of the second stock from Skittles. 158% he's still alive, right?
Yeah.
And that's important. He's able to get at least a little bit of percent off the stock.
Yeah, but Yoshi does have a lot of thrown out moves that can really wreak some havoc. That Nair is going to be safe on that back air is great. All 3 of its hits will connect into a great kill. And last one right there. Now he's got that full stock on his hands. And landing with the downer, not so safe, especially when you know that Skittles can pull up another one of those upbeats, but he doesn't quite get punished this time.
And Justin just consistently had the lead this entire set up until this point, right? He's taken the first stock every time. A little bit of a wait here from Skittles.
That could have been terrifying. He's waiting, looking for the options, and it doesn't take him long to find an in this time with the up air. Falling with it as well. He does a great job of showing us consistently how much of a coverage that can show.
And there's a double jump, like I mentioned earlier, just getting himself out of there. A lot of aerial Oki just completely missed out from Young Link. He just relies on it.
Oh, that dash grab is going to whiff for Justin right there, leaving a bit of an opening for Skittles, who is already beginning to hurt on this stock. Justin getting all 2 stocks so far. Quite a bit ahead of Skittles, is looking to keep on pace with that at this rate, but the percentages are starting to even.
Yeah, Skittles is finally keeping Justin at this burst range that he really wants him. It's like a 1/4 of the way through this stage away, just to be quite outside of any of Yoshi's explosive options here, while letting his projectiles do all the work of racking up the damage.
I'm really wanting to see Skittles punish more of these multi-hits on shield, because when they're not going to be poking and they're not going to be breaking it at all, he's got some real good opportunities there. I'm not seeing as much of the upbeat out of shield as I'm a little more used to from seeing his gameplay. I'm not sure if he might just see that as a little bit more of an adaptation as we go further on, but right now he's really going for more aggressive options.
He's just having another tough time trying to get back on stage here. The down air's not going to be able to connect, but he's not punished at all. Justin's still pretty comfortable, just consistently winning neutral, putting Skittles in more and more uncomfortable positions, and he's able to take his stock on ledge.
This is huge for Justin, especially in the wake of so many matches going to that sweep point for him. He's already been feeling pretty confident today. He said this is the one to not bet on him for. but that doesn't mean he's here to lose by any means. Getting that first game win, he's looking a little nonplussed about it, surprisingly, with the bravado he's been showing us earlier today.
He's not a very emotional player, I would say. He just sits there.
That can be really useful.
He just doesn't, his face doesn't move. Rock hard.
Yeah, he's got the stone skin. It means anything that Skittles is going to fall on him is going to be having a tough time to get that reaction out of him. Oh, keeping this pressure up on the platform, even when Skittles tries to use the boomerang to start getting something going, but really good use of shake, just like we've been seeing consistently all throughout the game so far.
Yeah, with the amount of matchup experience with this, and specifically with Skittles himself that we've seen, being 7-0 doesn't exactly tell all the story, right?
Yep.
You play at locals. A lot of these guys have been playing at locals because Skittles travels down to KC relatively often. And I think when it comes to regionals, players tend to be more into their form. We were talking previously about archetypes, right? Not getting at a lot of regionals and suddenly doing very well.
No way! He's just a ladder to death right there. Pogo's sticking around on Justin, doesn't let him have any control of the movement.
You can't jump out of that one, Justin. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, that tried and true defensive technique finally slows up. But I like what you're saying right there about this tournament really being a bracket of players who have been regional terrors, but they don't end up in a lot of other regions often. That one hurts right there to lose a stock so early, especially to an SD, but that's going to even things up quite a bit, gives Justin a little more chance to get in there.
He's pulling a Cashmere, want to give a homie stock.
Yeah.
You know, got to support the bros.
Might be another theme of this event going forward.
I love the trade of Nairs, too. What was the other match? Justin was fighting against somebody and was doing Nairs. It was Loaf, right? They were trading Nairs back and forth.
Very intense one.
People forget how good Yoshi's Nair is, I think.
Yeah, I like that matchup kind of devolves into Nairs on either side, telling that neutral. The down air Skittles has been getting crazy mileage off of. That's the third kill already out of the 5 that he's landed in this matchup. So those are really doing a lot of work for him. Actually, sorry, 4. One of them was an up air falling.
Yes. But that's like his kill options, right? It's down air, up air. Like, what else is he going to really use? Up
forward air.
Forward air. Never heard of
up
it.
definitely is.
I only know like 2 moves. I'm not very good at this game.
I'm a bit of an O2er myself. OT gang, rise up. Let's go. Give me a poggers in chat if you're an O2er and you're proud.
We're too good at this game. That's why we didn't play in bracket. I didn't want to like mess it up. You know, I feel a little bit bad.
I couldn't mess up the seeding.
We wanted to see this sort of matchup, and it's significantly different than game 1. Skittles has been in the driving seat this entire time now. He kind of got a read on what Justin22 was doing to pressure him, and he's just been throwing back in his face.
He's just rolling across the stage right now. You see that, just carrying Justin across, using the platforms specifically to his advantage. Oh, a nice drop off the tether. Oh, there's the bomb just set up for a downer, but the second one doesn't quite land even up on the platform. Now Justin's looking for his opportunity, doesn't quite land it. Skittles finessing his air dodge, and now here's the read chance.
He's not going to be able to come back from that one. He's got the 50-50. It's like, if you jump, you're dead. If you wait, you're dead. Yeah. Right? Might have been I think it was a slow mash.
Yeah, I think it was a slow mash in order to dissuade Justin from finding that downer, I think, looking for the kill. I'm not sure what a better option is. If maybe a forward air, but it would be so late to respond.
This is something I've been seeing in the, I don't know, I guess Young Link meta, people fighting Young Link, where they're reacting between the first and second hits of down air a lot more. This tournament especially, but seeing a lot more of that. They just do not let Young Link just pogo stick for free.
Yeah, if you do have some fast out of shield options, especially in a parry situation, you can actually disrupt him or get out of there instead of for a better punish, something like a smash attack. If you're grounded in that situation, it can be worth a lot. 198% here, this is one of these things that speaks to that problem with Young Link about killing, especially really high percents. His same setups don't work. Fire Arrow is going to hit you really hard, but at this percentage, there is a strong move at base, and he'll just keep doing that job.
I mean, Justin has to play perfectly, right? Yeah. Anything is going to kill him. Forward throw is going to kill him. So he can't overextend his punish there. You know, he wanted to keep Skittles in the air a lot longer, but had to back off because if Skittles decided to just wisen up and down air, he was immediately dead. And his movement, something that he's known for, just a little bit of a flub right there.
Yeah, and here, Skittles is just keeping a nice distance. He knows Yoshi's got those extended hitboxes, especially on his back end with the tail. That's just always going to be chasing around. So as soon as the Skittles can finesse his way in and focus a little bit more up on starting things with his projectiles, just like he did in game 2. He was able to keep up a lot more pressure on himself because the two of these players have a lot of the same playstyle in making sure that they hold onto aggression, even if it's not true combos, but just keeping a nice sequence of hits. That's what's going to keep them going.
I'd also say keeping each other honest off of what is a true combo. Right. A lot of them, like, they both go for more than what they might not necessarily get out of it on a true.
Oh yeah, you can keep your eyes on Justin's forward airs. He'll keep checking. He'll be like, you'll die if you jump right here. Just saying, like, yeah, you didn't jump, that's fine, but I'm gonna do it next time. I'm just gonna keep beating that check.
It's the first stock lost yet again here. Ooh, Justin's able to get a full punish? No, he's just going to go for the grab. He did mention this, though. He said that he grabs a lot more than other Yoshis, which we don't see too many in the Midwest these days.
Yeah,
There's a couple.
It is a tether grab, but it's also one that is kind of slow. It's got quite a bit of wind up at the end as well, which can make it pretty risky, causing these other players not to use it so much. But it's a nice mix-up that way.
I don't think he has a kill throw off it either. It's definitely.
I think
so.
I
Maybe
think back throw isn't too bad on ledge.
probably.
Not great.
I wouldn't know. I know very little. It's the problem.
It's a lifestyle.
Let us
You gotta dedicate to the bit.
Just I stopped learning things in like 8th grade. I never learned
no
anything
jab
else.
block there for Justin, but he does get the 2 of them. Add some damage on. That's another thing it'll tend to do is just throw that jab, tack on a little bit of damage, and just keep checking for options. I mean, you need to get a stage spike with a forward air off of that if they're going to be rolling away. So he's looking for this bigger damage options if they can come out. Right now he's using his movement, especially the wave dash on the platform, but it's not going to be enough. Skittles, he takes the Indiana Jones approach. He's going to stand there, a way to just shoot him and take the life away.
He's just been keeping him in the corner, too, right? Justin, the second that Justin was presented an opening, it was when that Skittles had set up himself. He said, all right, you can jump in right here, but I'm just going to meet you in the forward smash. And that's kind of the problem, that Justin's movement has just been kind of pushed into a corner. He's not able to get too much out of it. And even though he was able to secure this first stock of the game, that he's still got 2 more to work through. And every single time that he's been pressing forward and taking an inch of space, Skittles has been making him pay dearly in life.
Yeah, honestly, the egg is actually losing some space because Skittles is able to throw out a couple projectiles in that time. The boomerang being about the same, and another arrow covering the low option as well. So right now, Justin's just playing a game of chase, trying to get in. His back air doesn't come out, and he's going to land another up air on himself. He gets hit by a down air now, and he's struggling to get back to the stage even after chasing Skittles in the air this whole time.
These grabs are actually being a little bit more of a hindrance to Justin. Put himself into a lot of end lag from his dash grabs. That's probably why a lot of Yoshis don't use it, though. The dash grabs are kind of rough.
So slow. He's tripping around for a while after that, but he's doing a great job of finessing his way around the projectiles right now. And Skittles is the one chasing, but he's going to land himself right in a couple up airs. 2 juggles, ending with another one of those airs.
Yeah, he's not going to find anything, and it's going to be the down air that connects. Takes the game, and that's going to be game 3 going the way of Skittles, 2-1. And he's best of 5s. This has been grueling so far for this event. All top 48 have been best of 5s.
These are so darn intense for these players, and it's going to be a big test of their endurance and mettle. Skittles, I know for sure, has plenty of that endurance. He has done some of the deepest brackets I've ever seen. That one, it speaks to itself. He's traveling all over the place. He is one of the few players actually in this top 8 that is really well represented at larger multi-regional events. Yep. Like we said, Justin22 here really looking to make a name for himself outside of Kansas City, where he is well known and beloved as, at the very least, trading back and forth with, shoot, what's his name? You know this.
Toffee, Rocky.
Yes,
There's
Toffee.
a lot of them. There you go.
Trading back and forth to Toffee for that top spot very consistently.
Yeah, Justin is somebody I would say has to have that breakout tournament. And that's funnily a story that you were mentioning previously about a lot of players in this event. We talked about Archetypes. Sam T. Silver.
Well, it's legitimately half this top 48.
Right. Sam T. Silver has not been able to get a winning regional. Right, very close previously, but has not come his way. The same thing with, I would say, Loaf has been having a rough time. Ice Knight, and he's unfortunately already gotten out.
Call out right there. Justin's had a hard time finessing his way around down airs. Last game ended because he tried to drop in with a nair to the side, and he just barely missed out with it. But this time, a great call out with the up smash gets him through there.
Yeah, and he's just finally found a lead. And this is something he's been desperately trying to grab up until this point. But he finds himself on ledge a time and time again here. And Skittles looking for a reprieve, though. Not able to secure this first stock.
He was playing soccer with Justin for a second there right after coming back from his last stock. And once again, it's that very, very high percent that we're seeing Justin sitting on as Skittles having a hard time getting in. It's a little bit of slacking off with the projectile-oriented aggression.
I like the back and forth. Is Skittles going to air dodge? Is Skittles going to hit air? And if he hits an air, Justin just dies. So he has to be very careful with how much he's extending up in the air. But Skittles has not been able to find much right now. Justin going to be throwing him off stage. 120% here from Skittles.
Oh, Justin's going for another one of those forward airs. They've been treating him well in this game. That was not going to quite. An up air is landing is a lot more safer than the back air that he's been using in that situation a lot. So it gives him some more time and baits out an option from Skittles, who's now trying to close that gap.
Double jab is ballsy on ledge. Regular get up, let me just keep jabbing you. Not expect that right now, and Skittles certainly didn't.
Oh, Justin's going to show us some of that pristine play out of shield once again. That trade is definitely going to into his favor. Trading with one of the, I think the second hitbox on the back air, totally steals away Skittles' hitbox. And once again, 200% and climbing.
Was the jump? I mean, he hit him with an up air, but I think he jump armor went through it. He just dived to arrow.
Yeah, I think, or maybe it was a buffered jump into back air. I think that took away the stock, right? That move.
No.
Or
Sorry, he just arrowed him to kill him.
Yeah.
He couldn't. Skittles hit Justin at like 180% with an up air, but I think Justin was in the middle of jump armor, and he didn't die from it.
Dude, jump armor goes
It's something. It's something built different.
Speaking of the fire arrow as well, it actually kills off the top. That's a pretty cool option that we see sometimes from Skittles. He has a really good understanding of that, and he'll use that not just as a combo extension sometimes, but as a combo ender if they're at high percentages and like a nair won't connect into a kill, and if they're just really high up and he's been going up high to follow him. Snipes out with an arrow can be a really cool way to kill him.
I see it as the eye rolling ending. He's like, fine, I'll get the kill, whatever,
yeah.
guys.
If you won't let me smack you with the sword, we'll do it the lame way.
Man, Justin's been taking a lot of damage this second stock here, and while Skittles has been playing, like in the corner, he's been playing from it very effectively. Only taken a little bit of percentage, but just as I say that, goes for a little bit of a rolling situation.
Yeah, he's looking for the tech, but the tech doesn't come out instead of roll from Skittles. Moving on out. He's hit by an arrow, yeah, and if you don't tech that, you are dead and gone. Justin now is on this last stock. It could be his last one on winner's side if Skittles is able to take this away and finish the game, but Justin's been playing from ahead for the majority so far, and as long as he can keep up that same pace, he's going to be looking to keep it going.
I think he only traded 40% for an entire stock.
Oh boy, yeah.
A little bit unfortunate there for Justin.
Skittles did bring back a lot last stock.
And this is the thing that we see from Skittles. Skittles says, all right, I'm going to lose early game. I'm going to get a little bit of a handle of what I'm doing wrong and adapt immediately.
Yep. There's another trade and back here outside of Skittles' shield. And Skittles slowing down neutral again. This is what we've seen really work out for him a lot in this matchup. Ooh, but challenging Justin on the side of the platform, that doesn't go well for him very consistently.
He got from ledge and kind of committed to that down B, not punished for it though. We haven't seen him use that option since game 1.
Oh, look at how well Skittles has boxed Justin out. Justin finally gets the ground. He got away from the boomerang, got away from the arrow, but it made sure that he could only come up to the leftmost edge of the platform. He's now finally getting his way to center stage, but he can't touch the bottom. That down tilt's really big. It's going to keep Skittles up above. He's landing safely with a downer and sending out his projectiles, but that's going to take the neutral B away.
Kind of protected himself there with the boomerang. Oh, goes for the hard committal to the up smash. Doesn't get punished for it here. He's hungry for this kill.
Nice reversal there. Oh, Justin wants it. He needs that forward air. He's playing to his outs right now with especially 127%. The nairs, yeah, as well are going to dissuade Skittles because they're both fully aware that that could finish it off.
And Skittles is going to meet him with a nair of his own. Such a dangerous one as well. That bomb almost connected into the forward smash. Not going to try to take the kill here, but he's playing so safe around the options that Justin22 has.
That is a confirm. The down tilt is so telling. Both of these characters have stunning confirms outside of that. Justin22 down but not out. He'll be on the loser's bracket to continue his run, but that fabled Skittles win still just out of reach for him.
Yeah, he's just... being